Namaste. Welcome to Agriculture Affairs in Nepal with me, Nirmala Basnet. Dear viewers, let us now start the program with the main affairs of the day. The All Nepal Farmers Federation has expressed its solidarity with the demand of meter interest rate farmers. The Department of Food Technology and Quality Control has started testing vegetables and fruits imported from 8 more places through rapid pesticide residues test. Nepalese consumers will be able to eat Mustang apples even in the off-season after the provision of the cold store for the storage of Mustang apples produced in Mustang. Plus more. Let us continue the program with the news on meter interest rate farmers. The farmers are saying that they are suffering from meter interest which they cannot pay all their lives. They want to be free from such system. The Nepali farmers are less educated and are doing primitive agriculture. They are not using machines to replace human labor. This is creating harsh conditions for working in agriculture in Nepal. This is 21st century. The human beings have reached the moon. There are all sorts of machines to do agriculture work. In the developed world, only 1.53 to 4% of the population can feed the nation and export to foreign countries. In Nepal, 65% of the population cannot produce for food security. All these farmers are exploited. The All Nepal Farmers Federation has expressed its solidarity with the demand of meter interest rate farmers. Let us now look at this news report for a little while. The All Nepal Farmer Federation has expressed its solidarity with the demand of meter interest rate farmers. Farmers suffering from the exploitation of meter interest in Nawalparashi district have been struggling for 13 days in Maitikar Mandala, demanding justice from the government. The All Nepal Farmer Federation is committed to provide necessary support and facilitation in this movement. Even though the victims raise their voice time and again, the Federation has accused the government of protecting the brokers and against the difference shown by the government agencies. The Farmers Federation has said that it has drawn serious attention to the neglect shown by the responsible agencies in the legitimate demands of the victims. It has requested the government to form a high-level inquiry committee to be presented by the Meter Interest Farmers Struggle Committee for a comprehensive solution to this problem across the country. The Federation has also warned that farmers across the country will be forced to take to the streets if there is delay, laziness, or neglect to meet the demands of the affected farmers. Taking advantage of the poverty of poor farmers in rural areas who do not have access to the financial system, farmers are being victimized by gangs that take over the land of poor farmers through the fraudulent business of meter interest and charge excessive amounts of money at the rate of meter interest so that they cannot be free of debt for the rest of their lives. After the news report, let us now see the news on pesticide testing. The Nepali government brings out report once in a while to indicate that it is doing something to control the pesticide used in the country. Pesticides are the invention of the mankind to kill the pests in the nature where the food grows. These pests have turned harmful to the humankind along with the entire biomass. This is really a very, very big problem for the world right now. The pesticides should be controlled to live a healthy, long life. Testing of pesticides should be more rigorous. The Department of Food Technology and Quality Control has started testing vegetables and fruits imported from 8 more places through rapid pesticide residues test. Let us now look at this news report for a little while. The Department of Food Technology and Quality Control has started testing vegetables and fruits imported from 8 more places through rapid pesticide residues. Earlier, the department had been testing imported fruits and vegetables around the customs offices at 7 different checkpoints in the country and has started testing at 8 more places, the department said. The department has also started pesticide testing in Trivandrum International Customs Office, Tatopani Customs, Rashwagari, Krishnanagar and Gadhi Choki, Chobar Dry Port, Sirsia Dry Port and Vairava International Airport and Regional Airport have also started testing by providing manpower with equipment. The department said that 56,338 imported vegetables and fruits were tested for biocidal pesticides from 7 laboratories from Kartik to Ashar of the fiscal year 2078-79, and 51 pesticides were found to be inedible. After the news report, let us now see the news on co-store for apples in Mustang. Mustang apples are said to be juicy and tasty. Even though the Nepali people love their apples, they do not get to eat it all the time due to the fact that the Himalayan apples do not make it to the Nepali city centers very often. Nepali Himalayan apples are said to be organic and wholesome. Now the Mustang apples will be available even in the off-season as there's cold store for storing the apples. This means that they can be transported in dry season when the weather is good for transportation. Nepalese consumers will be able to eat Mustang apples even in the off-season after the provision of a cold store for the storage of Mustang apples produced in Mustang. Let us now look at this news report for a little while. Nepalese consumers will be able to eat Mustang apples even in the off-season after the provision of the cold store for the storage of Mustang apples produced in Mustang, a district across the Himalayas which is considered as the capital of juicy and tasty apples. After the apple producers of Mustang started to store apples safely by purchasing cold store with 50% subsidy of Apple Zone program in the fiscal year 2077-78, apples can be eaten in off-season as well. Since the government defined Mustang as an apple zone and started providing subsidy programs, the apple farmers of the district are excited. Farmers say that it has become easier for the apple producers since they started getting fertilizer, seedlings, cold store, transportation and medicine expenses as subsidies. They said that this year they received 17,000 from Agriculture Knowledge Center to purchase fertilizer for apples, 35,000 for 1,500 apple plants, and 35,000 for transportation and medical treatment. Apples are cultivated commercially on 1,200 hectares of land in Mustang. According to Agriculture Knowledge Center, farmers have started harvesting from the plants on about 600 hectares of land, and new plants have been planted on the remaining 7 hectares of land. Farmers say that it has become easier since apple plants have started to be produced in Mustang. There are many types of apples available here. In terms of color, white and red apples are found in Mustang. After the Horticulture Center was established in Marfa, Mustang in the year 2023 BS, the attraction towards apple cultivation increased in Mustang. Farmers who came in contact with the same center started growing apples in Mustang to replace Kashmiri apples, they say. Apple cultivation that started in Mustang has now spread across the country. After the news report, let us now see the news in Okhaldunga. Okhaldunga is one of the most backward districts in the country. The production here is also very low. However, according to the news that we have received, farmers are now producing enough for self-sufficiency. So what does this mean? Yes, agriculture is improving to some extent. We still have to go a long way to replace imports into the country. The Nepali agriculture has future as the Nepali land is very fertile. We have good land. We need better implements. Okhaldunga has become self-sufficient in potatoes and meat. Let us now look at this news report for a little while. Okhaldunga has become self-sufficient in potatoes and meat. Potato Zone program has been conducted covering the upper areas of the district and goat zone program in the lower areas. Under the Prime Minister's Agriculture Modernization Project, potato and goat zone program has been conducted in the district. According to the office, the goat zone program has been implemented through the project with the aim of making the district self-sufficient from potatoes for vegetables and goats for meat. It has been decided to recommend for effective operation of goat zone program and expansion of program for the area. According to the office, it has been decided to recommend the potato zone program to the relevant authorities to make it a potato super zone. Kiwi and apple cultivation program has been implemented in Solukhumbu through the project. After the news report, let us now take a small commercial break. Stay with Krishi Television. After the commercial break, welcome back to Agriculture Affairs in Nepal. Dear viewers, let us now see the news on mushroom. Mushrooms are mysteriously becoming very popular in Nepal. The people who did not eat mushrooms in the past are realizing that the mushroom is very healthy and can replace meat for protein. Mushroom is consumed by both vegetarians and non-vegetarians. There are different programs for mushroom cultivation in the country. Many farmers are taking the advantage of growing mushroom market in the country. Recently, Chapa has become self-sufficient in mushrooms. Let us now look at this news report for a little while. Recently, Chapa has become self-sufficient in mushrooms. According to the Agriculture Knowledge Center, Chapa, 300 metric tons of mushrooms are produced annually in the district. Mushrooms, which were available in limited farms until a decade ago, are now being produced commercially in the villages. 200 metric tons of mushrooms are being consumed in the district and are being sold in other markets outside the district. Hundreds of farmers in the district have got employment opportunity from this. Kane, gobre, etc. are being cultivated in the district. The farmers who brought mushroom seeds from India and cultivated them in the past have said that they are currently using mushroom seeds produced in Pathivara mushroom industry in Birtamod. The Agriculture Knowledge Center has provided a grant of 17,69,450 rupees in the financial year 2078-79 to encourage farmers to cultivate mushroom, out of which Pathivara mushroom industry in Virtamod municipality has received 1.3 lakh rupees with 50% subsidy. After the news report, let us now see the news on infestation of cardamom. Nepali economy is dependent upon agriculture, which contributes 27% GDP. The cardamom is one of the most important spices which bring revenue into the country. The Nepali exportable goods are now being destroyed by caterpillar insects. The cardamom fields are now drying up when they should be green. Even though the technical team is working on it, the lost crop will not be gained. Only the remaining crop will be protected. The cardamoms planted by the farmers of Phatanglung rural municipality of Taplejung district have started to be affected by caterpillar. Let us now look at this news report for a little while. Cardamoms planted by the farmers of Phatanglung rural municipality of Taplejung district have started to be affected by caterpillars. Due to regular rains, cardamom plantations should be green. But the cardamom plantation planted in an area of about 2,000 hectares from ward number 1 to 6 of the rural municipality has been destroyed by caterpillars. During the flowering of cardamom, there is an outbreak of leaf caterpillar in the garden. Farmers are worried as cardamom plantations, which are the main source of income, are being destroyed. The insect has destroyed the garden by eating leaves, stems, and fruits of the cardamom. There are large cardamom plantations in this area. According to the Directorate of Agriculture Development, State 1, cardamom is being destroyed by the caterpillar insects, which is destroying one plantation after another. Insects have eaten the leaves and dried up the garden. Cardamom flowers are not produced when they are eaten by insects. It has become a matter of concern as it is the main source of income for cardamom plantations and farmers in large areas. Keeping this in mind, the Agriculture Development Directorate of the State 1 has sent the technical team of Crop Protection Laboratory Biratnagar to Taplejung today to manage pesticides. According to the Directorate, the technical team will reach the field and immediately inspect the condition of damage, collect data, and distribute pesticides for control. Cardamom starts bearing fruit 3 years after planting. A plantation once planted will produce for 10 to 15 years without being destroyed. After the news report, let us now see the news on the cooperatives in Nepal. The cooperative sector is a large sector in Nepal right now. There is the news that the cooperative sector is losing its reputation as the cooperatives are not able to pay back the members. Many of the cooperatives are running away without paying the money of the savers. These cooperatives are hiding and they have to be brought in the hands of the law. Nepal has too many cooperatives and the government should control the quality of service provided by these cooperatives. After the large cooperatives faced problems due to not being able to return the savings of the members, the associations of the cooperative sector have issued a joint appeal. Let us now look at this news report for a little while. Lately, there have been increasing cases of cooperatives fleeing after not being able to return the savings amount and some cooperatives not being able to return the money of the savers. After some cooperatives began to show such actions to the disrepute of the cooperative sector, the Association of Cooperatives has issued a joint appeal. On Sunday, National Federation of Cooperatives, Nepal Savings and Credit Central Cooperative Association, Nepal Multipurpose Central Cooperative Association, Nepal Agriculture Central Cooperative Association, Bagmati State Cooperative Association, Bagmati State Savings and Loan Cooperative Association, and Kathmandu, Bhaktapur, Lalitpur, and Kavri districts have issued a joint appeal. They say that it is the responsibility of the members to help the organization when it is in trouble. This campaign has also called on all the members to make the organization they belong to sustainable and reliable. In the program, President of the National Cooperative Federation, Mani Raj Khadel, said that due to the recent terrible business losses, there was a problem of liquidity in some cooperatives and it will be reduced.
सञ्चालक सदस्य राजेन्द्र पौड्यालजीको नेतृत्वमा राष्ट्रिय सहकारी ब्याङ्कबाट रामगरीजी, नेप्सनबाट हाम्रो दीपक अन्धेरोज्यू, त्यस्तै गरेर हाम्रो बागमती प्रदेश सङ्घका अध्यक्ष रामचरण शर्माज्यू, बागमती प्रदेश 50 ऋण सहकारी सङ्घका अध्यक्ष सापकोटाज्यू लगायत भ्यालीका 3 जिल्लाका अध्यक्ष ज्ञानजी, हाम्रो केदारजी र त्यस्तै गरेर हाम्रो पनि केदारी खड्का पर्नु हो। अनि विशेष सङ्घका बचत ऋण र बहुउद्देश्य सङ्घका अध्यक्ष समेत एउटा संयन्त्र बनाएका थियौँ। त्यसमा काभ्रेको पनि सहमति थियो। उहाँले लामो समय भन्ने 1 हप्ता जति लाग्यो यसलाई चाहिँ एउटा निरन्तर एउटा वर्कआउट गरेर एउटा संयुक्त रूपमा एउटा हामीले यो विज्ञप्ति जारी गर्ने गरी हामीले आज एउटा यो पत्रकारज्यूहरूलाई सम्मेलनको माध्यमबाट हामीले यो विज्ञप्ति जो म वाचन गर्न गइरहेको छु, म पहिला यसलाई वाचन गर्छु, त्यसपछि यहाँको के जिज्ञासाहरू रह्यो भने यहाँबाट फेरि त्यसको हामी जवाफ पनि दिनेछौँ। हामीले सहकारी सङ्घ संस्थाहरूलाई सहकारी अभियानको संयुक्त अपिल भनेका छौँ। सरकार र निजी क्षेत्रको परिपूरकको रूपमा रहेको सहकारी अभियान मुलुकको अर्थतन्त्रको एक महत्त्वपूर्ण हिस्साको रूपमा विगत 6 दशकदेखि क्रियाशील रहँदै आएको सर्वविदित छ। संविधानमा मुलुकको अर्थतन्त्रको एउटा खम्बाको रूपमा सहकारी क्षेत्रलाई स्थापित गर्नुले समग्र आर्थिक विकास, महिला सशक्तिकरण, सामाजिक मूल्य निर्माण, रोजगारी सृजना, स्थानीय श्रम र सिपको प्रवर्धन, गरिबी निवारण लगायतका क्षेत्रमा यस क्षेत्रको महत्त्वपूर्ण योगदान रहेको कुरा पुष्टि हुन्छ।
Chairman Khadel said that due to the behavior shown by cooperatives that were opened for personal and family benefits, trustworthiness towards the cooperatives has decreased and such cooperatives will be brought under the scope of action. It is mentioned in the appeal that even if 10 or 20% of the total savings deposit is arranged for liquidity as stipulated in the Cooperative Act, it is not possible to return the savings deposits to all the members at once. From the center to the local level, it has been demanded to stop the registration of new cooperatives in the urban area, the expansion of the working area, and the expansion of service center branches. Podel, president of Nepal Central Savings and Credit Cooperative Association, said that since the topic of cooperative security is the main priority, they are trying to provide assurance of financial security to those who are affiliated to the cooperative.
हामीले त्यसको लागि चाहिँ दोस्रो पानाको विविध हाइलाइटको रेभेन्यू सर्भर गरेर नियम विधायकहरू अगाडि यस्ता संस्थाहरू जे रिलेटेड छ ती संस्थाहरूले चाहिँ यस्तो गरेको संस्थामा चाहिँ त्यस्तै किसिमको राम्रो गरेका छन् भन्ने अथवा अपचलन गरेका छन् हैन संस्थालाई सहकारी संस्था जसरी नचलाएर आफ्नै प्राइभेट कम्पनी अथवा व्यक्तिगत कम्पनीलाई हिसाबले चलाएका छन् भने ती पैसा चाहिँ सदस्यबाट लिएर त्यसरी चलाएका छन् भने सरकारी बैंकले जोडेर चाहिँ के व्यवस्था छ भने त्यस्तो संस्थालाई चाहिँ यो एउटा स्ट्राटेजी छ व्यवस्थापन गर्ने समिति संस्था व्यवस्थापन गर्ने समिति त्यो व्यवस्थापन गर्ने समितिले चाहिँ त्यो संस्था व्यवस्थापन आफ्नो हातमा लिएर जोड्ने चाहिँ गठन गरेको छ सदस्य या सञ्चालक या अध्यक्ष कार्यकारी अथवा कर्मचारी यिनीहरूलाई चाहिँ आवश्यक कारबाही गर्ने कुनै कारबाही गर्ने र यस संस्थामा चाहिँ सुचारू रूपमा निगरानीको सञ्चालन गर्ने भन्ने व्यवस्था छ त्यो व्यवस्थालाई चाहिँ कन्ट्रोल गरेर जोडदार माग गरिएको छ यसमा किन यो चाहिँ अहिले व्यवस्था गरिएको छ योभन्दा पहिला यो लगायत अरू थुप्रै संस्थाहरूको कारणले पनि मेरो विचारमा यो व्यवस्था आइनु भएको हो.
Unions have also appealed to the members to make arrangements to pay a maximum of 5% of the savings amount weekly, monthly, or by mutual agreement when paying the optional general and business savings. Association says that if the savings kept by the members are demanded at once, the payment process of the organization will be unbalanced. This is all in Agriculture Affairs in Nepal with me, Nirmala Basnet. Before I go, let us review the main affairs of the day. The All Nepal Farmers Federation has expressed its solidarity with the demand of meter interest rate farmers. The Department of Food Technology and Quality Control has started testing vegetables and fruits imported from 8 more places through rapid pesticide residues test. Nepalese consumers will be able to eat Mustang apples even in the off-season after the provision of the cold store for the storage of Mustang apples produced in Mustang. Thank you for watching Agriculture Affairs in Nepal with me, Nirmala Basnet. I'll be back with more affairs next time. Till then, Jai Krishi, Jai Kishan, Samriddha Krishi, Nepal Kishan.